So we're going to wrap up a little bit here. We've got two guests on this section to wrap up. First, I'm going to go to Dr. Marian Chau, who's head of seed banking at Terraformation. She's also founder and co-chair from 2016 to 2024 of the IUCN Seed Conservation Specialist Group, a collaboration of over 100 specialists worldwide that provides expertise to the International Union for Nature and Conservation. She's joining us from Hawaii. Hello, Marian. And our other guest is Owen Gaffney, who's with us here right now. He's co-founder of the Exponential Roadmap Initiative, and he's an author, he's a change maker, he's a global sustainability analyst at the Stockholm Resilience Center. He's also involved in the Earth for All report, which of course Anders Wickman mentioned, and the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research. So, Marian, maybe I can turn to you first. Where does Terraformation go from here? We've been very fascinated by this concept of Silicon Valley and scaling up and all kinds of things. Do you have some targets? Do you have some timetables for 2022, for next year, and so on, in terms of seed banks, training foresters, and so on?
Well, thank you so much for having me, and many thanks to all of the panelists on this whole wonderful broadcast. As we've heard from several of these people, restoration of native forests is really our brightest hope for reversing climate change, but it does face that major bottleneck of seed supply. So currently, we are working on building out a global decentralized network of restoration seed banks to help organizations scale up restoration while also empowering local communities with seed sovereignty, and sort of building on the amazing work that's been done at other places like Millennium Seed Bank, Nordgen. We see that to plant 1 trillion trees, we need at least 3 trillion seeds, maybe more, and we need them to be high quality, viable seeds from diverse native species, not just trees, but the whole forest community. We've calculated that the world needs roughly 100,000 seed banks within the next few years if we want to reach those restoration goals. And so Terraformation is planning to deploy the first 1% of that network. So the first 1,000 seed banks, that's what we're focusing on right now. And what's next for us is to continue amplifying this message that these nature-based solutions really are the key to reversing climate change, and offering the technology and training that will enable these restoration projects to scale up. So we're going to be expanding our training and our training networks. Very soon, we're also going to be sharing some of our findings about the current state of restoration seed banking today, with the inaugural edition of our Global Seed Bank Index. So that's something you can watch out for. And then we'll also be taking a deeper dive with some of our partners on May 24th in a webinar on what's needed to scale forest restoration and biodiversity today. And people can join us on We Don't Have Time.
Fantastic. You know, I mean, I've spent my life in the environment in various capacities, and I'd never really thought about this bottleneck of seeds. To me, it was just like, oh, there were seeds everywhere. I had no idea that this was actually a very crucial issue. So I've learned something today, and thank you very much to you, Marian, and to Terraformation. Let me turn to Owen, who maybe gets the last voice here. We know the Paris Climate Change Agreement and many other things are not going to be met if we work against nature. We have to work for nature. We'll cross planetary boundaries. Give us your perspective, perhaps even from the Earth for All report, on the importance of what we've heard of today.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely critically important. It's really exciting to hear some of the perspectives here. It's really exciting to hear the ideas, you know, of applying some of the Silicon Valley thinking on scaling these solutions, these nature-based solutions, to the problem. Because that we really know that they're tried and tested. They're ready to go, but it's all in the scaling that needs to happen. And really, you know, for that 1.5 degree target, we're not going to get it without nature. It needs the combined efforts of massively reducing emissions, halving every decade, and massively ramping up carbon storage in agriculture and in natural ecosystems and stabilizing those ecosystems. That's the absolute crucial bottom line for 1.5 degrees.
Right. Thank you, Marian, for being on and being our wrap-up person. And thank you, Owen, as well. Owen, you stay on the stage because you're taking on the next segment too. So thank you very much indeed, and we go to our next segment.